She has blistered me.
Before they were legends, these country songs lit the fuse on outrage, bans, and national debates. These are the tunes Nashville tried to hide, but America couldn't ignore. These 10 controversial classic country hits did more than just climb the charts. They challenged beliefs, ignited arguments, and changed conversations in homes across the country. Some were condemned, some were even banned. All of them became unforgettable.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt.
Number 10. Johnny Cash didn't write Sunday Morning Coming Down, but when he sang it, the whole world believed he'd lived every heartbreaking second of it. The song explored loneliness, regret, and the kind of Sunday silence that makes a person confront their own life. Network censors at ABC and CBS asked Cash to soften the lyric about being stoned, worried it was too blunt for primetime television. But Cash famously sang it exactly as written on national TV, knowing full well the backlash it would spark. Many listeners said the song cut too deep, too close to real American hardship. And yet that raw honesty became the very reason it stands as one of the most haunting country performances ever recorded.
On a Sunday morning sidewalk, I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday this makes the body feel alone.
Would you lay with me in a field of stone? If my needs were strong, would you lay with me?
9. When Tanya Tucker recorded this tender yet provocative ballad, she was only 15 years old. That alone was enough to send Nashville spinning. The song's intimate lyrics dealt with love, death, commitment, and physical closeness with a maturity far beyond her age. Parents wrote letters, church groups protested, and critics accused the industry of exploiting a child performer. Still, audiences couldn't deny Tucker's powerful delivery, so emotional and self-assured. Would You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone became her signature song and came to be known as one of the most controversial #1 hits in country music history.
Would you lay with me in a field of stone? Should my lips grow dry, would you wet them, dear? Will you bathe with me?
I can almost hear the stillness as it yields to the sound of your heart beating. Bum, bum, bum.
Number 8. Conway Twitty had sung about love before, but never quite like this. The 1973 hit, You've Never Been This Far Before, pushed into new boundaries, describing a moment of intimacy with a directness that country radio stations had never before broadcast. Some stations refused to play it, calling it immoral and unfit for family programming. Listeners mailed complaints and lit up DJs' phone lines. The debate spread across diners and church pews across America. And yet, all that controversy only helped the single climb all the way to #1. Twitty's smooth vocals, equal parts tenderness and tension, ensured it would be remembered as one of the boldest love songs in the genre.
And as I put my arms around you, I can tell you've never been this far before. Bum, bum, bum.
Well, if you've been a married woman and things didn't seem to work out, divorce is the key to being loose and free, so you're gonna be told.
7. Loretta Lynn had no problem saying what others wouldn't, and Rated X might be her sharpest cultural critique. In the early 1970s, divorced women were treated with suspicion, judgment, and whispered shame. Lynn courageously sang the dark truth into the microphone, that society punished women while giving men a free pass. Radio stations called it too risque, but millions of women called it "Finally." The song cracked open important conversations about gender-based double standards that had long been brushed under the rug. And it solidified Loretta Lynn as country music's bravest voice for women living under unfair expectations.
And when your best friend's husband says to you, if she started looking good, you should have known he would, and he would if he could, and he will if you're rated X.
Well, it doesn't hide the secret I've tried concealing.
Number 6. Down from Dover was unlike anything audiences had heard from Dolly Parton. The song tells the story of a teenage girl abandoned by her lover after becoming pregnant, a topic nearly unheard of in mainstream music at the time. Parton approached it not with shock value, but with empathy and tenderness, giving voice to the forgotten and the shamed. The heartbreaking ending, a stillbirth, pushed the ballad into truly unknown territory. Radio programmers hesitated, worried that such a bleak narrative might alienate listeners. The song wasn't pushed heavily as a single, yet the song endured as one of Parton's most emotionally devastating masterpieces, proving she was a storyteller with unshakable courage.
Make me go through this alone. It can't be so, it can't be over. He wouldn't leave me here like this. I know that he'll be coming down from Dover.
I hear people talking bad about the way we have to live here in this country, harping on the wars we fight and griping about the way things ought to be.
5. Merle Haggard released this song at a moment when America felt divided straight down the center. The fightin' side of me criticized anti-war protesters and declared unapologetic patriotism. Listeners instantly took sides. Some heard it as a rallying cry for traditional American values. Others heard it as a dismissal of genuine fears and frustrations about the Vietnam War. The song climbed to number 1, even as it widened a cultural rift that tore families and friendships apart. And whether loved or hated, it forced millions of Americans to confront what patriotism meant in a time of deep national pain.
If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're tearing down our country, man, you're walking on the fighting side of me.
We don't smoke marijuana in school, and we don't take no trips on LSD, and we don't burn no draft cards down on Main Street.
Before the fightin' side, Haggard had already kicked off a firestorm with Okie from Muskogee. Released in the heat of the Cultural Revolution, it became an anthem for traditionalists and a slap in the face to the counterculture. Some listeners embraced it wholeheartedly, while others wondered if Haggard was serious, sarcastic, or somewhere in between. The song caught the attention of politicians, military families, college students, and protest groups, each claiming it represented or ridiculed their worldview. It became one of the most fiercely debated country songs of 1969, inspiring arguments from campus halls to dinner tables. Its legacy remains complicated, controversial, and, for better or worse, unforgettable.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man.
Number 3. Tammy Wynette's biggest hit also became a cultural flashpoint. Stand By Your Man was embraced by millions as a heartfelt message of loyalty and devotion. But at the same time, the women's liberation movement was gaining momentum, and some activists saw the song as promoting passivity and even encouraging women to stay in harmful relationships. Wynette insisted the song was about forgiveness, not submission. But the debate only intensified as the track grew in popularity. It became one of the most talked about songs in the country, praised and criticized in equal measure. Stand By Your Man returned to the hot seat during the 1992 U.S. presidential campaign, when Hillary Clinton stated during an interview, "I'm not sitting here, some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette." Wynette issued a public statement, again insisting that the song was about unconditional love and support. Debated meaning aside, the song has been widely recognized for its cultural significance, with the Library of Congress adding it to the National Recording Registry in 2010. Back in 1952, Kitty Wells did the unthinkable. She talked back. Responding directly to Hank Thompson's hit, The Wild Side of Life, which blamed women for infidelity, Wells flipped the script. She sang that men may actually have more to do with broken hearts than anyone wanted to admit. The song shocked audiences, and many radio stations even refused to play it. But women heard something they'd been waiting for: the truth, spoken plainly and unapologetically. The song hit #1 and made Wells the first female superstar of country music, a groundbreaking moment that paved the way for every Coming in at #1 is the song that may still be the most controversial in country music history. The Pill by Loretta Lynn openly discussed birth control and a woman's right to control her own body, a subject considered egregiously taboo for 1975 radio programming. America panicked, with dozens of stations banning it instantly. However, women embraced the song that finally expressed how they'd felt for years. Lynn herself joked that the record didn't sell well in some states, until the ban. Then it sold like wildfire. Even today, The Pill stands as a fearless declaration of female autonomy, delivered with a smile, a twang, and a whole lot of courage.
Mini skirts, hot pants, and a few little fancy frills. Yeah, making up for all those years since I've got the pill.
These 10 songs didn't just stir controversy. They challenged societal norms, broke silence, and forced difficult conversations that society wasn't ready for. Whether you loved them or argued about them, they left a mark that still echoes through every radio station and honky-tonk today. Thanks for joining us here at Country Callbacks, where every song tells a story. If these songs brought back memories, or maybe taught you something new, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the music that shaped generations.